Every step we take sends a mechanical force transferring directly from the spine, down through the leg, and into the heel. When that kinetic energy concentrates in the foot, the dense tissue of the plantar fascia starts to fray. The daily mechanical friction of walking creates microscopic tears in the tissue faster than the body can stitch them back together. Because the nerves governing foot repair originate in the lower back, any structural pressure in the lumbar spine sends a garbled signal down the chain. This interference prevents the foot from effectively coordinating its own recovery, making the spine the first place we look to address the source of the failure. By utilizing spinal decompression to gently separate the vertebrae, we clear these communication pathways. Think of it as a software upgrade that restores the flow of data through the sciatic nerve. However, even the clearest neurological signals are ineffective if the physical destination in the foot remains structurally compromised. That brings us to the localized injury in the extremity, which requires targeted mechanical intervention using hydrowave shockwave therapy. This treatment pulses acoustic waves directly into the heel, prompting the body to rapidly remodel collagen and fortify that damaged connective tissue. Yet patients consistently hit a biological roadblock. The intense physical stress of simply standing up and walking around rips those microtears back open before the new collagen can set. Imagine trying to glue a broken ceramic plate while someone violently shakes your hands. The physical vibration makes it impossible for the adhesive to bond. As long as the internal cellular environment remains unstable and inflamed, advanced mechanical therapies will always fight a losing battle against the sheer force of daily movement. This diagram illustrates a microscopic cross-section of fascial tissue fibers. The space between the fibers is rapidly clogging up with dense inflammatory mediators. These particles are toxic free radicals like peroxynitrate. They physically collide with healthy tissue, creating immense biological resistance to healing. Dealing with this heavy oxidative burden exhausts the cells. Notice how their available energy output drops toward zero, leaving no resources for structural repair. To resolve this specific crisis, we introduce the HH6000 protocol for hydrogen inhalation therapy as a systemic force multiplier. Molecular hydrogen floods the system, acting as a highly selective antioxidant. It targets and neutralizes those exact jagged free radicals, clearing out the biological smog. Removing this oxidative debris is a strict biological prerequisite. It creates a clean environment where the previous structural and neurological treatments finally have the space to operate. With the extracellular space cleared, we focus inside the cells themselves, straight to the internal energy generators known as mitochondria. Here is a cross-sectional view of a mitochondrion. Hydrogen actively protects a critical component called cardiolipin, fortifying the outer membrane and stabilizing the unit. This fortified membrane triggers a massive spike in ATP production, the cellular energy currency of the body. Instead of rationing energy just to survive the surrounding inflammation, the targeted nerves and foot tissues use this surplus ATP to drive aggressive, rapid regeneration. Hydrogen therapy overhauls the body's power grid, supplying the exact raw energy needed to simultaneously run the neural signals and the structural repairs. When the oxidative debris is cleared and ATP production surges, the biological resistance that previously blocked the healing process disappears. The fibroblasts in the foot finally possess the sustained energy required to solidify the shockwave's collagen remodeling between every single step. Simultaneously, the decompressed nerves in the spine maintain their signaling capabilities because the cellular environment protecting them is no longer overwhelmed by inflammation. Hydrogen isn't used to mask pain. It stabilizes the internal chemistry of the tissue so that the mechanical changes from shockwave and decompression can actually take hold. Healing is achieved when the neural signals, the physical tissue, and the cellular energy supply are synchronized, allowing the body to return to movement without the friction of chronic inflammation.